every single person ages if you're lucky, right? This is a gift, like not to go dark, but it is a gift to age. And all deserve to be working hard, not only for the people we care for now and in the future, but ourselves and what we deserve. And we can't get there unless we're open to collaborating and trying new innovation.
Tips from Trestle is brought to you by eMenu Choice Point of Sale, Wiseox AI, and Benny Keith Foods. Welcome to Tips from Trestle, the Senior Living Food and Hospitality Podcast. This podcast explores the senior living industry with a unique focus on food, hospitality, and the community experience. I'm your host, Aaron Fish. My goal for this podcast: educate, inform, and inspire leaders in senior living. How? By bringing the resident and customer experience to the front of mind in our industry. We should bring the passionate spirit of food and hospitality to everything that we do and everyone we serve each and every day. So what are we waiting for? Let's get to it.
Today on Tips from Trestle, I am chatting with Carrie Aalberts, aka the Dementia Darling, and we're going to talk about everything CES Age Tech 2026. Thank you, Carrie, for being here today.
I'm always happy to talk with you, Aaron, and be back. And always after CES, I love giving you all the tea, all the things I saw.
I know I love these because it's such a great inside track, because CES Age Tech is in Las Vegas. You live in Las Vegas, so it's always easy for you to get there. And I always know I can count on you to give us the inside scoop on what's new and cool and what to look forward to this year. But let's start with, first, tell the listeners who maybe don't know a lot about Age Tech, tell them what it is, what that was like. And then I'd love to talk a little bit about your kind of overall experience before we dive into some of the cool things that you've brought to talk about.
Absolutely. And for anyone that doesn't know, I'm Carrie Aalberts. Dementia Darling is what I go by. And I'm an educator, content creator online, so social media. And I have my Master of Science focused in gerontology, been in dementia care for many years. And I am the Dementia Darling cheerleader, dementia caregiver cheerleader for all the caregivers out there. So I was there to see all of the different age tech that's happening. So any innovation that helps us age better and easier and all the things. And so I go with AARP Age Tech Collaborative. I'm one of their business services. So I go to support them and cheer them on as well. And they are the biggest exhibitor, I believe, at the event. So CES is the Consumer Electronics Show, and it is the largest tech show in the world. It's every year in Las Vegas. And actually, I just looked it up. This year was the largest show since the pandemic, which I find surprising. But it was over 148,000 attendees, 4,100 exhibitors.
Okay, that's mind-blowing. So this isn't like a big ballroom at the Mirage, anything like that. This is like citywide.
Oh, it is literally the whole strip. So I'm mainly in the Venetian. That's where the digital health space is. So usually I don't even leave the Venetian, it's so much. But this year I actually went to the convention center, and that is humongous, okay? And so I finally got to go over there. And then I know that they're in all these other places too. So there's different kind of areas in various casinos in the different ones. And so the main themes this year were AI, of course, and then mobility and digital health is always really big. And that's why ARP is so large there and such a big presence. And they made their, if you even want to call it a booth, I put it in parentheses because it's literally like a ride. It's an experience. It doesn't feel like you're even at CES. You're like, where did I just transport to? It says 55,000 international attendees came. So it's so big that you can check in for the conference at the airport.
Wow. Okay. So it's get off your plane, roll over to the CES kiosk, and you're ready to go.
In the baggage claim. Yeah, I picked up my friend Nicole Will there, and we got our badges right there in baggage claim. So we didn't have to worry about it. And it was pretty wild. Yeah, it's that big, to give you an idea. So
we're going to keep having these conversations. And at one point, I'm going to be like, I should just go and tag along and see all the things and do all that. But maybe next year. So we'll see. So
it's so fun.
And
It's
so
just
I know that you saw a gazillion different things, and whittling it down to a few that are really out there as far as cutting edge or really impactful is hard. But you've told me you've got 4 or 5.
Five, but I have a lot more in my brain. But yes, 5 that I want to share here. And actually, 4 out of 5 are part of the AARP Age Tech Collaborative.
Okay.
And if you want to see more behind the scenes and more things, I'm sharing on my social media channels, Dementia Darling. And I'm most up to date and sharing on Instagram, by the way, but just putting that out there. So my first company, I've been obsessed with them for a while, and I was so happy to see them in the AARP Age Tech Collaborative booth. And they were actually hung up throughout the entire booth area. It's called Beacon. And Beacon is a cleaning device. So it's literally a light that gets plugged in, and it's a certain wavelength. Don't ask me how it works, but it can eliminate up to 99.99% of all viruses, bacteria, mold.
Wow.
Within an hour, it says the mold will be sanitized, will be gone. So you can eliminate germs 24/7 in your home or in communities. So they're in hospitals, they're in operating rooms, killing everything in the air all the time. In senior livings, of course, I want to see this in every senior living room. I think they cover, if it's not divided by walls, 1,000 square feet. So it gets far. And people just plug them in. If, you're at home aging in place and you're immunocompromised and people are coming over, you can plug it in for those times in certain rooms. And it's affordable, at least for, I think, this kind of tech. I am blown away. They swabbed the outside of CES and then inside the ARP area where Beacon was, and they're going to share their results. We were breathing in clean air in the ARP area, and I loved it.
And so this is tech that you basically plug in like a light bulb or plug in a wall socket. How does it work?
It looks like a nightlight.
Okay.
So maybe it's not even, it might not even be plugged, it's mounted. So I can't, because you know how you're in booths, you don't know if they're actually being plugged in. So, but yeah, it is. It's just so cool because it's tiny, it's cost effective, and then it cleans air and surfaces. So it's more than an air purifier, and you don't need a filter. It's just always going because it's the light.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, I could see how that could be really beneficial when you think about the immunocompromised or in between regular cleanings, just having this, keeping things sanitized.
And there's always visitors. Think about the home health people in hospice. They're going in and out of places, bringing stuff in all year long. And winter season is wild out there. So I do see on their website, you just plug it in. So yeah, plug and play.
Nice.
Love it.
That is really cool. And this is available retail, or is this something that you'd have to do wholesale?
I think it's just B2B healthcare right now, but don't quote me. And they will be in the home though, because they talk about it in the home. So maybe I'm speaking out of turn there, but I can't wait till we all have these available in our homes. We see these in our hospital rooms. We see these at healthcare centers. So yeah, Beacon, just how you would think to spell it, and beaconlight.co.
Yeah, I just love the idea of talking about what's that experience like in the community all the time here on the podcast. And this is one of those, I go back to always thinking about the high tech, high touch mindset of what do we add that's going to improve the ability for us to use our limited time for human connection. And just think about all the time we spend wiping and cleaning and mopping and dusting and vacuuming. It's still going to be needed with something like this, I would think, but just having this in between those regular services to be able to, not have to worry that maybe I missed a counter or missed something because I was talking to a resident and I overlooked something. It's a great kind of, in my mind, I see it as a backup tool when it comes to cleanliness 100%. And sanitation. So that's a really cool tool.
Yes, I want to see Beacon and Viking Pure, bam, those together, perfect.
Love it. Love it.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay.
Ready for another?
You've got that one. Let's do number 2.
Technology continues to drive changes in senior care, and that includes food service. eMenu Choice is an award-winning point-of-service application for managing the dining function in senior living communities. This mobile, touchscreen-enabled software enhances the dining experience for residents while streamlining processes for staff. The flexibility and functionality of eMenu Choice makes it an effective solution for any type of senior living environment, from independent and assisted living to skilled nursing facilities. It works for production kitchens or restaurant-style service with options for per meal or a la carte pricing, and accommodates a variety of payments, including bill to account, meal credits, and credit cards. Created by a senior care provider with more than a century of experience serving older adults, eMenu Choice eliminates communication barriers between staff and residents while enabling person-centered choices and greater resident satisfaction. eMenu Choice, transforming dining for senior living.
What's our second item?
Cadence. So it's Cadense, Cadence. And it is a shoe. It's an adaptive footwear. It's a shoe that helps prevent falls. Don't get me started. I fall all the time, you guys. I fell down the stairs before I saw Aaron this summer and was in a boot in Austin, Texas. I am a faller. And it's for walking challenges, so AKA me. But it's like this, it has this grip and like glide zones. So on the sides, they're already sending me a pair. Do not worry. They're pink and they have a Velcro, so you don't have to worry about that. It's really easy to put them on and off, very accessible, but it's this innovation with these grip zone in the middle and then little glide zones on the side, which apparently help you from slipping and falling.
Interesting. So these are like full shoes, or these are attachments, or
no, these are full shoes.
Okay, so just buy them like you would any pair of Nikes at the store.
Yes, regular shoes. Yeah, absolutely. And they actually make they look like Croc slipper things. And you can also buy the different versions. So it's not just sneakers. They have other things too. But the sneaker is the main thing to help with slipping and falling. So I'm really excited about these. If your loved one we're all fall risk at some point in life, it's just great to have anything to help prevent it. Nothing is 100% going to prevent things, but anything to help.
Yeah. And these are good indoor, outdoor, wet surfaces. Yeah. I'm going to dig into that one a little bit more. That's an interesting kind of tech to think about, all the different like surfaces and indoor and outdoor, and like having technology that'll help you from falling down. Like,
I will be
a cane or a walker or those kind of devices. I just think it's really cool. I think about all of the residents who are maybe in an assisted living who would love to be a part of a walking club or get more exercise, but they get anxious about, they get fearful about, I can't participate. So then they self-select themselves out of staying active. And so having something like this that lets them continue, but also doesn't necessarily always look or feel like an assistive device. So it's cool to help a little bit with that dignity piece as well for those that are mindful of that. So very cool.
Yeah, I'm excited. I will report back with my experience.
Yeah, I'm sure if you're on the Instagram channel following Dementia Darling, you'll be able to see it. I'm looking forward to seeing this.
Me too.
All right. So number 3.
Yes. Water.io.
Water.io. Okay.
And it is a smart water bottle. So I love this specifically for, think about someone, a loved one or someone you're caring for that has brain change and can't maybe keep track of their water intake, or you don't know how much they've been, or you're not with them during the day. They go to adult daycare center, whatever it may be. This is such a great way because you can go on your app and see if they're drinking, and then it can prompt them. So you could make it so it vibrates and reminds them to drink. And you could have your whole family on it. So you could see if you're a sandwich caregiver, you could be like, okay, the teenager and mom are not drinking today, and you can see what's going on. And it will customize to what your body needs based on your composition. So you put in, so it's really personalized to what kind of hydration you actually need, because that changes throughout our life. And so it's really going to track your intake, and it's going to be that gentle reminder. And we know that hydration is one of the biggest issues in memory care. And I know it can be hard to remind people, especially with things that they might not be used to drinking out of, like a new kind of water bottle. But at least if you have that extra sensory of it lights up and it's going to vibrate, that might be enough to trigger, okay, I need to drink. And I loved it because they work with communities, and you can get your senior living community etched on it. And that could be a gift you give or something. And I really loved seeing it in action. It just keeps you motivated, because it'll say if you're on pace for the day, how much you have left, how much your hourly goal is. And it makes it a little bit easier to break down.
Yeah, I love that, because I don't know how many times I've been asked to do presentations for a client about hydration and why it's important and how we can do it. We talk about it in our Dining with Dementia workshop, why hydration is so important. And we know that as you age, your satiation for thirst decreases, but your need for water obviously doesn't. And so I love that you can be active and get these reminders, but maybe also not as active. And I like what you're saying about the ability to customize it for you, right? Like it's going to say, hey, this is a 70-year-old male who weighs X and is this tall and is this active, and it's going to adjust. So that's a really cool tool. You may or may not know this, but I'm curious. You mentioned that communities can use these to get them as like marketing pieces. Do they have any functionality where the bottles could be used in a community and be managed maybe by care staff? Because you did mention the sandwich caregiver. So it made me think, is this an opportunity for communities to use this as a tool?
Yes, I think it would be such a nice move-in gift or something, an add-on of some sort that you could do, because of course they're not completely cheap, like nothing new innovation-wise is, but we'll get there one day. But I think it's worth it entirely, because we know why it's important to stay hydrated with UTIs and with all the things. So it is worth every penny to make sure. And I know it's hard, though, to keep things separate. So you would have to make sure you have a system down. But on the app, you can have as many of the water bottles as you need, from what I understand. Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah. I just think about like a memory care. Most memory care neighborhoods are anywhere between 12 and 25 or 30 units. And even sometimes those bigger ones are broken into like first and second floor or two different wings. And so being able to just have that dashboard of those 12 residents in your memory care neighborhood, that are they drinking enough water or are they not? Let's keep on top of that. That's a really nice benefit. And I imagine that is there a subscription that goes along with it, or is it?
I believe so. Yeah. There's a subscription for the app. But I do really like the idea of doing that for the staff as well, as an incentive to be let's give those for Christmas gifts instead of a pizza party. And everyone has this really nice tool to use throughout the year. But yeah, I just think that's the kind of tech I like to see. And I wasn't going to share this one, I forgot actually, but in the same vein, as we're preaching about UTIs, there was another company, and I need to look up the exact one, but they created a little insert in the toilet that's going to be affordable, and it can track if someone is developing a UTI, like many days before they would show symptoms. So this will save lives. So that we're going to be sharing about. And then, of course, if you've ever heard of Toy Labs, they are also part of the Age Tech Collaborative, TOI Labs, and they created this first smart toilet that scans everything and can tell you if you're getting sick, if there's UTI coming, all the things. And that should be in senior living eventually as well.
Very cool. Yeah. It's amazing. It goes back to, what are the data points that we can collect to help with prolonging someone's ability to stay active, to stay healthy. I even think about this in like an independent living, right? Because we're always thinking about like, how do we increase like fitness programs and introduce those kinds of things? This is a great little add-on kind of option. as a part of that, right? Be in the fitness group, get your bottle, and let's track your hydration throughout the day and the weeks and the months and see how you do. So people can monitor that. Plus, I'm also guessing that as you age, you can adjust your settings. So it's not, you gotta, oh, I said it, and I gotta go buy a new water bottle because I'm done with this. Let's change. It's just adjust as you go. That's a really cool feature.
With you. Yeah. And I believe it has location on it. So when you lose it, you can find it.
Yeah, especially when it's a little bit pricier tech. I think about, I don't go anywhere without my phone. And if I don't know where it's at, I get a little panicky.
Oh, yeah. I think that's the least it can do with the price.
Exactly. So for sure. Awesome.
For over a century, Benny Keith has been a trusted leader in the food service industry. As a broadline distributor, we offer an extensive selection of products, delivering to 21 states through 10 distribution centers. We can help you create a thriving culinary culture by pairing quality products with customized solutions that elevate your residents' dining experience. Our team of registered dietitians provide unmatched customer service by modifying menus, selecting recipes, ensuring regulatory compliance, and more. Quality, value, and service are at the heart of everything we do. Benny Keith Foods puts the care back in healthcare.
Okay, number 4. What's number 4 on your list?
Okay, 2 more. This is also one that I think would be great for our staff to provide them with in their healthcare plans or what have you. But it is called Eat Love. And Eat Love is the last one that I'm speaking of, that's in the AARP Age Tech Collaborative. This is just so cool. It's this amazing platform that will give you recommendations and guidance for personalized meal planning. So specifically, if you are living, let's say, with celiac or diabetes, it will help plan your meals for you. And you can say if you want it to be easy or intermediate, whatever. If you don't like certain foods, it'll craft it for you. It'll make the list for you. It'll even send it to the grocery store and get that taken care of in your account for you and get that sent to the house. There's so many ways to streamline this often daunting part of our day. Like 3 times a day we have to feed ourselves. That's a lot. So giving people these step by step and also giving them a leg up on making sure they have everything they need and they really are sticking with the diets they need to. And specifically family sandwich caregivers. They have a parent at home that has diabetes, a child that is gluten-free, they are watching sugar, like whatever it may be, you can do all those things and it will just help you log everything. You can also have dietitians virtually talk with you. But this could, again, be really great for in the home, in independent living, and for our staff too, would just be a really cool benefit. Because it's just hard sometimes to have the brain power to even know where to start, and having this kind of to help you and guide you is really cool. I was blown away by I'm not giving them enough credit for, it's not doing it justice because it's really wonderful. So check out Eat Love.
Yeah, that I dipped into the website just a little bit and signed up. So I'm going to check it out a little bit more because of what you're sharing. And I like that this is, when you think about like an assisted living or memory care community, we're providing the meals for them. We're 90% of their nutrition. So we're taking care of that. But we have this whole other like front end, independent living, active adult, all of the prospects for those. Like, how are we supporting those individuals who want to stay independent, who maybe are on a meal plan that's 1 meal a day, or an active adult, none at all. They're just on their own. And being able to maybe get them connected with the service that does this is great. I just think about the headache I go through weekly of there's me, my wife, and our 2 boys, and we got to plan meals every week.
You do that professionally, and it's stressful.
Yeah, because I'm used to it on big scale, thinking like, I gotta do 50, 100, 200. When you're trying to do it for 1, 2, 3, 4, those smaller numbers, it can get hard, especially when you're thinking, I don't have the budget to do 6 options at a meal or 8 options at a meal and do that. So I can see how a tool like that is super helpful. And this is backed with AI, so it's able to help generate all of these using that support, which is really great.
Yeah, it's empowering too, to know those kind of things. And with how expensive things are, it's nice to be able to make your own food at home because you can drag it out a little longer.
Oh, for sure. Definitely. Yeah. And I appreciate that when you look at some of these tools, you're thinking about, given what you do, obviously, you're thinking about the caregiver, not just the professional caregiver, but also the family caregiver and what that could look like and how our staff and all those people that we work with in the families on a regular basis, how we can support them. And that's another piece of the puzzle, I guess, as far as thinking about the community as a whole, not just under our roof, but around us as well.
That's why it's important to stay on top of innovation, because we need to be able to pass these things along. Just because it's not, like you said, under our roof doesn't mean our families can't utilize that, and in turn makes them less stressed out, and in turn helps them to be more present for the loved one you're caring for. There's just so many things.
Yeah. It's like dominoes falling. I love
yes.
it. As we come to the end, we've got one more. So what is our fifth and final technology?
It's called Mimo Fit. MIMO .fit. And I want to still see all of the studies behind this, but man, was I impressed. So this is a game device type thing that helps improve Parkinson's and Alzheimer's disease symptoms. So this improved Parkinson's disease motor function up to 20% in 4 weeks, it says. And I did one of their exercises and I got 100%. I was so proud, but I'm going to get these sent to me and start working out my brain. It's wonderful for brain health. They're really focused on the launch for Parkinson's right now. And then right away, it's the Alzheimer's push for the exercises. But on the app you get, it personalizes exercises and you use these 3 buttons. And so, for example, I was doing it where the 3 buttons were in a row, and based on what I wanted to work on, that's the setting I needed. So you can put them in, it'll tell you how to place them depending on what exercise they give you. And then green, the color green was my left hand, and then red was my right hand. But I had to make sure that I touched the colors with the right hand as it came up. So it's like Simon, remember the colors, but with the right hand. And that helps with brain health. And then in turn, it helps you improve your motor functioning. It was wild. I can't wait to read all of the science behind it, but he was just about to go to another big conference in LA after to present it specifically for Parkinson's. And it's just really interesting. It really is. It learns from you. It uses AI to personalize workouts for the specific needs you need.
And so it's about motor function and keeping and maintaining and doing various exercises to help with maintenance.
That's what I understood. Yes. So it's going to build out an exercise plan for you. So anyone can do these exercises. They're going to build to your accessibility. And they were affordable. You get all 3 for, I think, $160.
Okay.
And if you can get function back like it says, that is worth every penny as well.
Yeah. And I like that. Again, it's not just you do the exercise and then you go and do it again, but you don't know what the impact is.
Yeah.
Having the app, having that connectivity to be able to monitor and track. I could definitely see in a community where maybe you've got a few residents who benefit from this, having, I'm just going to say maybe fitness classes designed around not just walking and strengthening and being limber and flexibility and all of that, but now you're thinking about, okay, what are some of the diseases that we're dealing with and how can we create something that is tuned in for them? Thinking about that personalization piece. That's just a cool tool. And just kind of looking at their website here is very, very intriguing. Yeah. So love it.
Yeah.
So as we wrap up here, I guess you gave us the stats at the start about how big Age Tech is, but if somebody was going to attend, they've never been at all ever, and they're trying to figure out, that's a lot to take in over the course of 2 or 3 days. How would you tell somebody to strategize going to something like this, what the benefit would be for them, maybe from the professional in the industry's perspective?
Yeah, absolutely. First off, they have an app that's amazing, and you can really sort out what you want to go to, what's important to you. So I would go on there and search keywords of what you're looking for, and then go to those sessions, go to those tracks, go to those areas. For me, every time I look up, it's the Venetian. So age tech, health tech, I'm in the Venetian. And so that's where I spend the bulk of my time, if not all of it. And the main expo area is where you can't miss ARP, but then do not miss, it's easy to miss it. Underneath that, there's an underground level. Level 1 has a bunch of all the different countries. And so you can go to different countries and see the innovations. And they have digital health downstairs as well from all the other countries. So you do not want to miss that. That is one of my favorite parts, is going down there and seeing what else is out there. Always blown away. But I think it's really important for people in senior living to be at these events, for management to be there, because you have to be on the forefront of innovation. Innovation doesn't just mean tech. It means innovative ideas. It means innovative processes. It's being in this community is so important, because I just posted about this today or yesterday. We have to collaborate, or we're not going to be able to change things. And we're not like any other industry. Every single person is touched by our industry. Every single person ages, if you're lucky, right? This is a gift, like, not to go dark, but it is a gift to age. And all deserve to be working hard, not only for the people we care for now and in the future, but ourselves and what we deserve. And we can't get there unless we're open to collaborating and trying new innovation. I was closed off to certain innovation, and now I am like, everything, let's try it all. Let's see what works. And I really want to encourage senior living management professionals, anyone in this space, to come to CES, to come to Age Tech events. There's another group, Age Tech Connect. They're popping up they started in Atlanta. We now have one in Vegas, Seattle, San Francisco is about to open, New York, and Colorado, Denver. So these groups are opening up for you to become a part of this and to learn about what is out there, how you can be maybe a pilot site, how you can be on this forefront of getting them in front of the people they need to make this the best it can be, and help them to get data and research so we can change the narrative of the future of care. Yeah, this is where we need to be seen. And I want to see more of senior care. I want to see hospice. I want to see all the different therapies. We need to be out here and open to what is coming out and what we can utilize so we can better show up.
Yeah. As we were chatting, I was peeking at that Age Tech Collaborative ARP site.
Yeah.
And the number of floors would be a $45 trillion longevity market.
Yeah.
Now, I understand they're looking at things outside of senior living, but and I know this is such a cliche to use the silver tsunami phrase, but we're right at the top, right in that wave right now. And so how are we going to take care of all of these individuals? It's probably going to be through the use of technology to support our staff and all the people in our communities. So something like this is invaluable.
And so you need to start now. We can't wait till crisis. We're already there, first off. Right. I started in school, I'm 33, I was 19, and we were in crisis then. So we have to try things now. We have to figure out what works out now to take off from our caregivers' plate, because things like that are going to give us time back for better care. And another thing I want to say, sorry, I'll get off my soapbox, but
I love it.
It's so important to understand that we are not just dealing with older adults in long-term care. We have all different younger people coming into these spaces with dementia too. You might have 30-year-olds all the way up to 100-year-olds in your communities. If you're not using tech to reach the different generations you have, you are missing out, and they aren't able to get the quality of life they deserve. Because can you imagine getting a blanketed approach for someone who's how many years older than you? Could be 70 years older, whatever. We can't keep doing it like that. We have to see that we're dealing with different ages, different medical conditions, different types of brain change, and we can't do this generalized approach anymore. It's not going to swing. It's not going to work. We know this through our Dining with Dementia too. all the different diets we have to figure out and how to work around. All the changes are here. People aren't going to settle for how it's been. So what can we use innovation-wise, tech-wise, processes-wise that can help us figure that out as we go forward?
Absolutely. So, well, Carrie, as we wrap up, how can people follow along with you getting these great gadgets to test and to show off and to basically test run for everybody to see how they function? What are the channels? How do they follow you? Give us all of the details.
Yes, come follow me on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Threads, at Dementia Darling. LinkedIn, I'm Carrie Aalberts. You can probably find me under Dementia Darling under there as well, but I just have the one professional page under my name. And you can't miss me. I have pink hair. So come hang out and join the ride. I'm always sharing resources. And I always say if your staff on the floor is going to follow anyone, or if they're going to be on their phones anyway, have them follow me. And at least they'll see some dementia content during the day.
Yeah. And then also, want to just throw that out, a little bit of a self plug. We've got Dining with Dementia starting back up. So go to dining-with-dementia.org to get the schedule, to sign up, to register. We're going to be doing more virtual events, and we've got some in-person events in the works as well. Very excited about that. Carrie, thank you first of all, for going to H-Tech and going through and doing the work. And then thanks for joining me today on Tips from Trestle to share all about it.
Always. Thanks for having me.
So there it is, everybody. Another one in the books. Thanks again for tuning in. Please follow, like, and subscribe on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, or wherever you get your podcasts. And be sure to follow us on social media at Tips from Trestle. You can also learn more about the work I do by following me on LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, and even TikTok. And be sure to check out Trestle Hospitality Concepts at www.trestlehospitalityconcepts.com. I'm your host, Aaron Fish, and this has been another episode of Tips from Trestle.